Here comes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game.
Hello and welcome to War Eagle Weekly. Before we get into this week's episode with Josh, I just wanted to let everybody know we were having some video difficulties when we were breaking down the Baylor game for week 1. It is a very short part of this entire episode, but the audio works. Video is just frozen for 90% of it. If you want to skip it, I will have the chapters linked below, so go ahead and skip on to game 2. Once again, the audio portion of that episode is just fine. I would encourage you to please listen to it so that way you get our thoughts on the Baylor game. We're so sorry for the video difficulties that we had at that segment, but let's go ahead and dive right on into this week's episode where we break down the 2025 season. Hello and welcome to this episode of War Eagle Weekly. How we doing, Josh?
I'm tired as hell.
Yeah, you look tired, man. We were up late last night playing some Battlefield 6. Both of us are a little on the more tired side. But tonight we are doing game predictions for the 2025 season. We're going to give a little bit of game info, and then we're going to give our final score predictions, and then maybe some final thoughts based off of some reactions that you and I might have about said game. So Josh, let's go ahead and dive right on in, and let's start off with week 1 versus Baylor. And that is going to be in Waco, Texas on the 29th, 7 p.m. Central Time on Fox. Josh,
the
any
damn
thoughts?
Friday night game. What the hell? That's my thoughts. A damn Friday night game. Our first game of the season's on a damn Friday night. I'm pissed.
Yeah, it does kind of suck, but there's nothing that we can really do about it, and we're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going to be missing out on some of their kids' football games, or they won't get to see the game, and they'll be following it from their phones in the stadium. So it'll be fun to see the reactions from both fan bases, probably, because Friday nights is just as big in Texas, if not bigger. Let's be honest. So
That's
Josh,
true.
we got a lot riding on this game. It's just going to set the scene for, everything for the rest of the season, right?
I think this game is what's going to set the tone for the entire season, like you just said. It's definitely a very good first test. Baylor is a favorite in the Big 12. We're on the road in Texas. It's going to be hostile. It's going to be difficult. I think Auburn's going to struggle in the first quarter, and then get their bearings beneath them, and then it's going to be a ball game. But this one has me kind of worried. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I if you're not worried, I think we should be worried about you, because I mean it's just so much is unknown right now. I mean, we don't know exactly how the offense is going to mesh. We don't know how Jackson Arnold is going to play, and there's a lot of question marks in this game. But with all that being said, it really should be a game that we win. We have more talent than Baylor does. We have, on paper, a better team. And so this should be a win for Auburn. What are your predictions going to be, Josh? What's your score prediction?
I think this is going to be a 3 to 6 point game.
Okay.
It's going to be a one possession game no matter what. I don't think either team really runs away with it. I do think Auburn has a better defense than Baylor does offense, but Auburn's offense is so up in the air right now. It's just I just honestly think it's going to be a one possession game, but I do believe Auburn can come out on top.
Okay. So what's your prediction? What's your score? Like, give us a score, man. I'm gonna hit you up again.
I would say 27-24 or 27-21.
Okay, all right. That's pretty respectable. I'm okay with that. For me, I'm man. It's something's in the air because I'm still kind of booging a little bit. I'm thinking. I'm thinking 32-17 Auburn.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I just,
Okay.
man, I just have faith in this team.
Dude, Sawyer Robinson's good.
He is, man. I'm booging. There's
That's
nothing I can
crazy.
say other than that. I'm booging. I just have to. We'll see what happens, and as we get closer to the game, maybe I feel a different way. But right now, I'm feeling really good about it. Really good about it.
Okay, man. Hey, you do you.
Okay, Josh. So both of us had Auburn winning that game in Waco, Texas. Let's move on to week 2, where maybe things might be a little bit different. I don't
Maybe
think
is
so.
it definitely. Yeah,
Well, no. I mean, like one of us might choose that Auburn's going to lose this game, but I don't think so.
no.
We're going to be
I don't even think
playing.
we need to discuss the next two games.
We'll be quick on it. Ball State, we're playing them at Auburn. It will be September 6th, 6:30 p.m. Central Time on ESPNU. Not much is being on ESPNU nowadays. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's because that channel really sucks. It's not a good ESPN sub channel.
Yeah.
Just isn't.
No, it's not. I don't know anything about Ball State, so like you said, it's really not much to be talked about here. But as Zach Blackerby likes to point out, Ball is not a state, and so I don't think we have anything to be worried about with this matchup. So I'm just going to jump right into. I mean, okay, first off, actually, let me just say that in this game, I would love to see a dominant performance on both sides of the ball. I mean, that's what we need. I wouldn't mind something where we just absolutely blew them out of the water because it just Ball State is just not good enough to hang with us.
They really aren't. The only thing I really know about Ball State, they're one of the worst teams in college football 26. They're just not a good team in that game. That's really the only thing I know.
Oh, gosh.
This like you said, this is definitely one that Auburn should just run away with very early.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. So I'm gonna give my score prediction here, Josh. I'm gonna go with 43-24. 24 because we're gonna be playing a bunch of young guys, I
You
think.
know, I was actually going to say 43-17.
Oh, okay. All right. There we go. So Auburn getting the win against the fabled Ball State. We can move right along into our week 3 game, where we are going to be matched up against South Alabama. I really love to see us give the guys in Alabama, the smaller schools. I love to see us give them the opportunity to earn some money instead of paying these out of state schools. You know what I mean? It's kind of where I feel.
I don't give a shit. South Alabama can suck my balls. We're winning 56 to
Wow.
3.
56-3. Okay.
Bro,
Uh
it's just they'll be lucky to get 3 points on the board.
okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna lower it a little bit. I'm thinking 37-14. That's
You're
what I'm
crazy.
thinking.
That
Hey,
is
I might
that
be
is
crazy.
nuts.
I might be
You're
crazy,
giving us
but
more points against Ball State than South Alabama. You're crazy.
hey, I was saying I was just so in the sense that we're not going to score the same amount of points or more every week, and so I'm just kind of we were taking our foot off the pedal. Maybe they're feeling themselves a little much after the first 2 games. They're feeling pretty good, and so they let up. I don't know. So But like you said, we really shouldn't be too concerned. It's going to be on the SEC network, and it should just be. Hopefully, Auburn gets a good 3-0 before we head into the next game against Oklahoma. So, Josh, there's a lot to talk about on this game, in my personal opinion.
Something I think there's a lot to talk about as of especially today, for sure when it comes to this game.
Yeah.
We were talking about earlier, John Mateer has been alleged to have been dabbling in sports gambling while he was at Wazoo. So who knows if it's 100% accurate? All I know is the dude has deleted every single one of his Venmo transactions, which is where he was found out, on Venmo of all places. I think this is the first time we've ever played in Norman, right?
I believe so. I believe this will be the first time we've ever played in Norman, Oklahoma. I don't. I mean,
I think
I don't know of any other time.
I don't think so. I think this is easily, actually not easily, but I feel like this is more important than the Baylor game. I feel like we could lose to Baylor, win our next two,
Hmm.
and still have a decent season. I feel like if we lose to Baylor, win our next two, and lose to Oklahoma, the season is kaput. It's a dead season. It's just not going to be a good one. But if we could go into Norman and actually win this one, this is opening SEC play.
Yeah.
This is one of the more important games on our schedule, hands down.
Yeah. I agree. I don't want to lose to Baylor, and I think it sets the tone a lot. The first game out the gate for the year, I think that really sets the national tone as well as the tone within the locker room. So I feel like Baylor is very important, but I do agree. I think this is more important in the grand scheme of things, more important than the Baylor game because it's an SEC game, and you cannot
Yeah.
open up SEC play 0-1 if you want to have any chance on the season within getting to the championship game. I there's so much to talk about in this game because it's a return home game for Jackson Arnold. It'd be interesting to see the sort of reception that he gets when he walks in, and that reception might be completely different if we come into this game 3-0. They might feel a little bit different, but it should be a good game. I think a lot of people are giving Mateer or whatever his name is a lot of credit, and we haven't seen it. And then not only that, but we haven't seen it from the Oklahoma support characters either. I mean, you look at what Jackson Arnold had to deal with last year at Oklahoma, and losing all that offensive firepower at his wide receiver position, as well as the offensive line, was a sieve. And so it makes you wonder: are they even going to be able to compete in the SEC? Not necessarily in this game. It's early in the season, so they should be okay. But we haven't seen Oklahoma deal with life in the SEC yet.
We've seen it for one season. We saw them win the state of Alabama last year.
That's fair.
They beat Auburn by a less margin than they beat Alabama by. So I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
All I know is that Auburn played them better than Alabama did. That was a game that Auburn definitely should have won with Peyton Thorne as the quarterback. I feel like Auburn has definitely gotten better on the offensive side of the ball. And more or less the same on the defensive side of the ball. I can't really say the same about Oklahoma. So I honestly would like to say this is anywhere from a 3 to 10 point game for Auburn. I'm gonna go ahead and boog in this one and say Auburn gets their first SEC road win of the season. I'm gonna say 24-17.
Okay. So a closer game. That's kind of what I'm feeling as well, as a closer game. honestly, I feel like Jackson Arnold's going to have some butterflies. It'd be almost impossible for him to not. And um, it's the first true road game of the year. I mean, don't get me wrong, Baylor is a home game for them. Uh, but it just seems like Norman, Oklahoma is a little bit bigger of an atmosphere than Waco, Texas. Let's just be honest. So this is going to be our first
It is.
real, super real test on the road. And so I'm thinking a little bit of a smaller game as well. I'm going 21-14 on this one. Um, yeah, I think if we can keep them under 21 points, I feel really good about our chances in this game. Um, Also, the other thing is I'm not a big fan of the way that ESPN has done the scheduling for our games, like giving you a flex time or an afternoon, morning, or evening. I'm just not a huge fan of that, and this one is a flex time, so we really have no idea when this thing is going to be.
I don't care what time of day. Oh, excuse me. I don't care what time of day the football games are on. I I just want to watch football.
That's fair.
I don't care. Actually, I kind of do care because I work nights.
Mm,
Getting up early in the mornings on Saturday is really rough. So, so I would prefer a later afternoon to evening game. So
yeah.
okay, I get what you're saying.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Let's see here. Let's move right along. And in our week 5 game, so the game, this game last year against Texas A&M, we're at College Station this year. You got to feel like they're gonna want to get some revenge for the 4 overtime loss in last year's game, especially after they spotted us 21 points.
Yeah, no kidding. What a friggin' comeback by Tech. This is the game that friggin' makes me the most nervous this early in the friggin' schedule. I mean, I feel a lot better if it was at Jordan Hare, but it's just not. Kyle Field, I mean, that's such a tough venue.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's an afternoon game and not an evening game.
It is an afternoon game. That's on the screen right now. I know you can't see that, but it is on the
Yeah.
screen for an afternoon game. I'm a little worried about the timing of this game because I believe Texas A&M has a bye week before they play us. Number one, and number two, being in the afternoon on the 27th of September, it's still pretty hot in Texas, and so that sun is going to be beating down on our sideline, and I anytime that you're playing an afternoon game, I feel like it's pretty rough for the visiting team.
No, I get that. I'm not really worried about that because it's definitely not the coldest in Alabama, not in September. So
That's
I
fair.
mean, so that part doesn't really bug me. It's just the 12th man that bugs me the most. That's just a loud, crazy place. I think, in my heart of hearts, I think Auburn loses this one.
Oof. I'm kind of
I think
flirting.
Auburn loses this one.
I'm flirting going one way or the other. I keep flip flopping. I'm not
Pick, Cameron.
sure
Pick.
what. Well,
Commit.
you didn't give a score prediction. Give your score prediction.
Oh, I told you. Okay, okay. I would say this game's going to get out of hand. I'm going to say 27-10 Texas A&M.
Oof. That
Yeah,
is
I
rough.
think this one gets out of hand.
Wow. Okay. I man, I'm not feeling that bad. I'm. It's hard to say that they're not going to be really up on for this game. The the thing that is just so encouraging is we our offense looked the best it looked last year in this game, and so I think that gives us a lot of false hope. Um, I'm gonna say 24-21 Texas A&M. Um, I, I agree. There's something about this game. It feels like we're gonna have a rough game. It feels
Dude,
like
the reason. Sorry.
no, go for it. Go.
The reason I feel the score is going to be this lopsided, it's going to be our third away game in 5 games, in 5 straight games. Right before our bye week against Georgia, this Auburn team is going to be gassed by this point, especially going from Texas back to Alabama, back to Oklahoma, back to Texas. It's going to be a friggin' whirlwind of a road series for this team. I don't think it looks at all promising for Auburn. If they pull out the win, I would be completely surprised.
Yeah, that might be the case. I wouldn't say I'm going to be surprised, but it definitely would be against what I feel. So hopefully we're wrong, Josh. Hopefully people in the comments
Let's
are
hope so.
crucifying us, especially after this game.
Let's hear it.
I'm all for it. Okay.
Bookmark it.
Moving right along, we're going to jump to week 7 because our bye week is in week 6. So before the Georgia game, we have a bye week, which should be nothing but good news for us coming off of what you and I both are predicting, a loss at Kyle Field in College Station. We're going to be playing Georgia at home this year. It's going to be a night game. And it's going to be, that October air. So hopefully it's a little cooler. It's going to feel like football season whenever we get to this game. Josh, what's your initial thoughts on this game?
I feel like Auburn is going to make the most out of their bye week. I don't buy any stock into Gunnar Stockton whatsoever. I think Georgia is severely overrated for this season. Like, severely overrated, and I actually think Georgia's going to have at least one loss on the board by the time this game comes up.
Who do they play before us?
Hell if I know. Here, let's look real quick.
So, well, you look that up. You and I both were not big fans of Connor Beck. What was their quarterback last year? Oh my gosh. Carson Beck, not Carter. Neither one of us were big fans of him, and he got a lot of hype heading into last year, which we didn't see, and we talked about it leading into the season. But I think both of us are on the same page again about Gunnar Stockton. I feel a little bit better about Gunnar Stockton, but his hype isn't also that high right now, so it's not too shocking. I think Auburn should be in a really good position whenever we come back home and play Georgia. I think you get a little bit of refocusing the team, and it should be a good game. I feel pretty good about this one. But have you looked up to see who they play before us?
Yeah, they got Marshall week 1, Austin P week 2. Then they're at Tennessee, and then they play Alabama, and then they play Kentucky before Auburn. Okay. So I still feel pretty confident they're going to have one loss on the board by the time the Auburn game pops up for them, be it Tennessee or Alabama.
Yeah, those are your only two options. I don't think they're going to lose to Austin P. I
think Kentucky's a trap game for them.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
Because that's the game they play right before Auburn.
And they've had a couple of tight games against Kentucky, the last few years. So maybe there's a chance there. I'm feeling pretty decent about this game. I really think that we're going to be in a good spot. I really do. I'm going to go ahead and say that we have in the sense of Georgia, I think we're going to have an offensive explosion in this game. And I think we're going to score 34 points against this Georgia defense because I think they lost a lot on defense also.
That's crazy because my prediction is 34-24.
Oh,
Auburn.
There you go.
That's our third game that we've had the same offensive output.
I'm thinking I'm thinking 34-17 is what I'm thinking.
That's a shellacking, dude. That's
Dude,
crazy.
I'm telling you, I'm feeling pretty good about this. We have no right
You
to
are
feel this way. We
you
have no
are
right.
bugging, dude.
I told you when we began this episode, I was booging. But we have no right to
You
feel this way
did.
with Georgia.
We
We just really
don't.
don't.
We don't.
And so I can just see it now. Georgia fans in the comments,
Hey,
just crucifying us.
it is a night game in Jordan Hare. We all know what happened the last night game in Jordan Hare happened versus Georgia.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows?
So I'm feeling pretty good. I think, and that what's even crazier is that we lose against Texas A&M and then come back and have this game. Um, I
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about it, man. I like it. I think we have it within us. I think offensively, we might find some stuff in this game, and hopefully it leads to nothing but good things moving forward. Um, Moving right along, Josh. Week 8, we are playing Missouri again. Back at Auburn. This is one of those flex times, and it's going to be on the 18th of October. So middle of October, the temperature is going to be changing. There's a lot of people that have Missouri pretty high and feeling pretty good about Missouri. I think they're a big question mark right now, to be perfectly honest. Big question mark. I have no idea
Yeah.
what they're going to be.
Yeah, I think they outkicked their coverage the last 2 seasons. I mean, they lost Luther Burden the third
Mm-hmm.
this past year in the draft, and dude, Missouri is just. I don't think they're a good program. I think that's a third tier program in the SEC. I really do.
Eli Drinkwitz is got a pretty good record with his time there at Missouri, so I can't be saying too many negative things about what he has done. It's funny that Missouri is the butt of SEC fans' jokes. Uh, it's one of those things to where like Vandy is always been the joke, but Missouri is kind of the new Vandy. Everybody is just like, yeah, but they're not a real team, It's Missouri, and so I think
That's a
it's just
slap in the face to Vandy
hilarious.
fans. 'Cause I think Vandy fans they pride themselves on being the butt of the SEC, and now you're taking that pride away from them and just handing it to Missouri when they've literally done nothing to earn their spot in the SEC nor be the butt of the SEC.
Well, Josh, I got to tell you, the last time Missouri made it to the SEC championship game was the last time Auburn made it to the SEC championship game. So,
Yeah, I know.
in that same span, we ain't got much room to talk as far as
Okay,
them not
but how
doing
many
anything.
SEC championships do they have?
That's fair. I get
Exactly.
that. I get that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. That's all I'm saying. It's just not the same. Um, I I Missouri is just yeah. I just don't feel too good about their season this year. And there's a reason why neither one of us are experts. Neither one of us claim to be. So by the end of the season, we might be looking back on this episode and just feel ashamed of what we've done so far.
I
Um,
mean, it's very possible. This game is Auburn's offensive coming out party.
okay, a little preview into your score prediction. Before we finish
Yeah.
that, though, I just want to say you said that I'm discrediting Vandy. The problem is Diego Pavia has done that for them. They're no longer bottom dwellers. That belongs to Mississippi State, to be perfectly honest. Um, because
Okay, so,
Diego
so
Pavia
Vanderbilt
has them.
rented a couple wins.
Hey, hey,
There's a point
it's
in time when you got to pay back rent a center, Cameron, and that time is coming.
oh man. Okay. All right. Let's we will talk about Vandy. Vandy's coming up. So we'll talk about
Yeah,
Vandy a little
coming.
bit more. So what's your score prediction? Offensive awakening.
Yep. This is a 41-14 win for Auburn.
Ooh, man, we're feeling good about Auburn's offense this year. That's what I'm
Oh, you're
starting
not
to
gonna
see.
like it coming up.
Oh, snap. Okay. All right. Well, well, right now, I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I don't see that happening. I'm thinking 27-17 is what I'm thinking. I don't know why we're only going to score 27 points, but we're not going to, be able to be out there running up the score against everybody. And I had them whooping Georgia, so take a little step back this week. They're starting to feel themselves. So.
You're not giving them enough credit.
Dude, what was your score again? You were in the 40s. That's ridiculous. That's crazy, dude.
14.
Oh my gosh, that is
Yeah,
crazy.
this is the halfway point of the season, or past the halfway point of the season. The offense better damn well be filling themselves, and if they don't have a rhythm by then we're royally like like I legitimately think so. We're royally screwed, and we're looking at another Birmingham Bowl. Like if you can't get it together by this time of the season, then you might as well hang it up.
Okay, all right, that's fair. All right, moving on to the next game, Week 9. We are at Arkansas, and going into last year in our preview, we made a bunch of motorcycle jokes thanks to their offensive coordinator. I still think that Arkansas episode is probably some of our best work, to be perfectly honest.
It was a good one.
I know we lost to Arkansas, and in that episode, I believe we both predicted Auburn to win. But the jokes that we were able to make up because of Bobby Petrino was just absolutely phenomenal. It's top notch stuff, Josh. Just top notch. I was feeling it.
It was.
So, initial thoughts on this game heading into it, the end of October. So we're really getting into the thick of it. It really feels like football weather at this point.
I really think this is just one of those games that Auburn comes in stumbling and leaves stumbling.
Ooh.
I really think that about this damn Arkansas team.
Oh man. Okay. That very well may be the case. I know. I felt really good about it last year heading into the Arkansas game. Even in the middle of the season, I felt really good about it, or at the beginning of the season. And it just didn't go well. That's needless to say. That's an understatement. It was the Hank Brown game, and then Peyton Thorne had to come back in and give us a chance. I feel better about it than you do for sure. The last time we were in Arkansas that I went to the game was it was a 6 overtime loss.
Sean White.
Yeah, and me and my brother, our other brother, was able to go to that game, and all in all, that was an amazing game, even with the fact that we lost that game. But I really just don't have, just like last year, I don't have any faith in this Arkansas team. They seem like a team out there that does not know their identity, and there's just a lot of question marks. And so I am not too scared about this team. So me personally, I feel a win, but albeit close. However, with all that being said, when was the last time we went into Arkansas and it was a close game?
It's true, but I think this is going to be one of those games that's close. I think Arkansas wins this one 14-10. I think they win 14-10.
Dude,
it's just
rough.
An all-around ugly friggin' game.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling a win. 21-14 is what I'm thinking. Maybe 24 points.
Do you have Auburn losing at all for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I do.
Or are you being a sunshine pumper?
Hey, dude, we lost it. According to my prediction, we lost at Texas A&M. I don't want to hear it. I'm being realistic-ish. Okay, so I'm feeling. I just don't see us losing to Arkansas. It's freaking Arkansas, man.
Well, we lost to them last year, Cameron. Get your head out of your ass.
And with that being said, let's move right along. Week 10 is against Kentucky. We're going to be playing this one at home. It's going to be the first game of November heading into the home stretch. And no real timetable as far as when it's going to be on or anything like that. Kentucky, they may have gotten a win over us on the recruiting trail recently, but I think it's safe to say for me, I don't foresee us losing this game personally. What are you feeling?
Yeah, I don't really see us losing this game. I think Mark Stoops is the best thing to happen to Kentucky, and I think Kentucky is the best thing to ever happen to Mark Stoops. Kentucky football. And that's not saying a whole lot. What I'm saying is Kentucky is always going to be an above the middle of the road football program, and Mark Stoops is the one to keep them there. And they can't do any better than Mark Stoops. I really don't think there's anything to worry about in this game. I mean, look at what happened last year when we visited Kentucky. Jarquez Hunter absolutely walked Kentucky, walked all over them. And we didn't even have to rely on the passing game in that game. And just think about what we can do to their secondary this season. So I really think this is going to be another Missouri for Auburn.
Wow. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. I do feel better about it. Their quarterback, isn't it supposed to be what's his bucket, who was at Texas
Brock
A&M?
Vandergriff?
No. It's the quarterback that was at Texas A&M that transferred to Auburn and then had the shoulder injury and never saw the field and then went somewhere else. And
Zach Calzada.
Calzada, I believe he's projected to be Kentucky's starting quarterback. He just doesn't scare me. I mean, he couldn't even win the job. Granted it was a hurt shoulder whenever Brian Harsin.
I think he looked decent at Texas A&M, but that's the last time he's looked decent.
Yeah, he was a freshman, and he had a lot more talent around him that year. He's not going to be anything different than Vandergriff. I think it's going to be a lot of the same as far as what we're able to do to him and to this Kentucky team. I don't think we're going to have a rushing output like we did in last year's game. But I feel good about our receivers being able to cook. And so I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm going to go 27-10.
27-10. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I said not a blowout, but in the initial moment in my prediction, I'm feeling blowout.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say 34-7. I'm talking blowout, dude. I'm talking blowout.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's keep the good vibes going, man. Keep the good vibes going. Let's go right on into this Vandy game. I want some Diego Pavia freaking revenge, man. I want to shut this cat up. I am sick and tired of this sumbitch. It's just ridiculous, right? I mean, tell me that there is name another player in the SEC that you just want to shut up more than Diego Pavia right now.
He has gotten too big for his britches. That's for damn sure. I just
talking about national championship aspirations at SEC Media Day.
There's just no way. He's reminding me of that Vanderbilt team that was undefeated when they went in to play Alabama, and then Alabama just fucking destroyed them. That's who he reminds me of. That Vanderbilt team. And
that linebacker that was like, we want Alabama, and we're going to show him what football is.
That college kid that hadn't hit puberty yet. So, in this, I really don't think that Auburn lost this game last year. Vanderbilt did not beat Auburn. I mean, Pavia was 9 for 22 last year. Mm-hmm. We had one fumble. We lost our fumble. Yes, very bad. Rivaldo Fairweather lost a fumble, and Towns Magoo missed 2 field goals. And I
Yeah.
think obviously that's what gave Vanderbilt this win. Diego Pavia is a good quarterback. Do not get me wrong.
I
He is
agree.
he is very good at what he does, but it's Vanderbilt. Auburn has the edge at in the offensive line, has the edge at receivers, has the edge defensive line, linebackers, secondary, you name it. It's just this game is it's a no brainer in my opinion. I was no Auburn's getting their get back against Vanderbilt.
Okay.
They're
Awesome.
gonna they're out for blood. They're gonna go out to embarrass.
I'm all for it. I feel exactly the same. Let's jump into your score prediction. What's your score prediction here?
24-7.
24-7. Wow. 33-17 is what I'm thinking. I think Diego Pavia, he wasn't healthy in last year's game. He got hurt in the game. So I feel like we can't expect that again. So the eye roll and oh man. Yeah, no, hey, I don't get me wrong. I agree with you. He is a good quarterback. He is not a great quarterback. The only reason why he gets as much hype as he is because he is playing at freaking Vandy and winning games. Let's just be honest. If he was at Ole Miss, if he was at Georgia, he wouldn't even see the field right now. Let's just be perfectly honest.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
We right after the Vandy game, we have a bye week, and then we head into week 13 against Mercer, who I just found out we've played Mercer quite a few times. Some might say it's kind of another low key rivalry. Now, granted, it's a very one sided rivalry, but we've played them enough that it could be. I mean, I'm talking.
No, it's definitely not a rivalry. It's mainly just a paycheck for Mercer. That's all it is.
Yeah,
it's a paycheck.
It is. I'm gonna go with 48-17 in this game.
I don't even think Mercer gets more than a field goal or two on the board. I'm going 42-6.
Yeah, I just always think in those like blowout games, you always give up the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, you give up a touchdown or two. It just always seems to happen. You're not counting that.
Those.
Oh, no. Man. So, right after the Mercer game, we move into week 14 against our arch rival, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For the second straight year, they are Nick Saban less. I don't think Alabama fans come into this game feeling good about their season, personally.
No friggin' shot do they come into this game feeling great. I can't. Ty Simpson, like who the hell is that? I don't think he is going to be the type of quarterback that Alabama fans in Alabama University are even used to. And at this point in the season, they're going to have at least 3 losses.
They very well might.
They're going to have at least 3.
I can see that. I don't have a high opinion of Kalen DeBoer.
Who does?
There's some people out there.
I mean, why do you think they gave Nick Saban an office still?
That's fair. That's fair. We're finally going to have a football season where Ryan Williams is not going to be 17. So I'm excited for that. I'm sick and tired of it. This year it's going to be like, that kid is 18 years old. And you're just like, yes, we know he's 18. That's usually the number that comes after 17. I have no reason to think this, but I think we're going to lose this game, personally.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the other game that I have.
I can't see it. I honestly can't see it, dude. I really can't. With it being in Jordan-Hare, this is a do or die season for Hugh Freeze. I mean, I can't see Auburn losing this game.
And I think
maybe it's because I don't want to see it, but I can't see it.
Yeah. And for me, it just feels like one of those things where if they come into this game with 3 losses, Kalen DeBoer is coaching for his job. He has to win the Iron Bowl in order to hold on to his job. And
I mean, he made the No, he missed the playoff his first year. So I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think he plays for his job. If they come in with 3 losses, I think he'd be given at least 3 seasons, kind of like what Hugh Freeze has been given.
Well, I mean, very well he might. He might. It's going to be a hard-fought game. 17-14.
You really think Ty Simpson can do that?
I don't know if
to
Ty
Auburn?
Simpson will be their quarterback at this point if they've lost that many games. I like I said, I have nothing
Who they
to
got
say.
behind him? The true freshman?
It's the same. It's the same thing as like we have nothing to support our prediction for the Georgia game. I have nothing to support it. I can't even defend it. It just feels like, early season or beginning of the season feeling that we're just not going to be able to win this one.
I guess, but I can't see that outcome. I'm gonna say 21-14 Auburn.
Okay, all right. I think it's safe to say that both of us were booging. I mean, granted, you had us losing to Arkansas, which that'd be a tough loss. To be perfectly honest with you, a real tough loss. But for the most part, I feel like we were booging pretty hard on this prediction episode. But I'm all for it, man.
That's true. We'll all go 11-2. I mean, I friggin' hope so.
Yeah.
It's just unlikely. This is just right now we're going off of gut feeling and gut instinct. I hope our team goes that way.
Yeah.
Minus our loss or 2.
Yeah. I want Auburn to be relevant again. I'm sick and tired of all the negativity. Why can't we have nice things? And I want to enjoy a season.
The Yellow Man.
I want to just be able to point to my football team and look my son in the eye and say, yeah, we're pretty damn good. Because haven't been able to do that the last couple of years. And it sucks.
I don't care if we are 2-10, Cameron. When it comes to Auburn football, I will always tell my daughters War Eagle. And they'll always tell me War Eagle. I don't know about your kids. I don't know about your son or not. That's
good.
We get it. You're a bandwagon fan, Cameron, but me, I'm a ride or die.
Okay.
We're a ride or die in my house.
I said I want to be able to tell him that we're pretty good. That we're good. Yeah, we're a pretty good team. Yeah, that's what I want to tell him. I'm still telling him War Eagle. You just talked to him yesterday, and he gave you a War Eagle. So I don't even want to hear it.
He did not.
Oh, not yesterday. You were talking about the last time.
He told me there was no cheese on his quesadilla.
you were telling the story about the last time, the previous time. So yeah, yes. He recently gave you a War Eagle. So I don't even want to hear it, man.
He did.
He knows his stuff. So, well, Josh.
He's 4.
Yeah, he's 4. For a 4-year-old, he knows his stuff. Both of us looking at a pretty good season by the end of it, with as far as win-loss record. Both feeling pretty good. I think this is the most I've booged leading into a season in a very long time.
For a long time.
So we'll see. We'll see if that continues as the season goes on. But for now, Josh, I'm going to give you a War Eagle, man.
War damn Eagle, man.
There goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going running all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game.